information on your Lance. My name is Cheryl, so let's just get started. Over here in the front, to operate your coupler, you're going to lift up and push forward. You know you're fully seated when you can put your pin in that hole with ease, lift up and pull back to release. Now your 7-way will attach to your vehicle. It'll coincide with your running lights and turn signals. When you attach your chains to your vehicle, you want to make sure that they are crossed. On your chains, you'll see these ID tags. Keep them with the unit somewhere. Some areas you may travel might ask to look for this to make sure you're within weight. Now, if your chains fail for whatever reason, you have an emergency breakaway switch. This is the line. What it'll do, it'll pull a pin out of a box underneath, lock up your brakes so your unit doesn't continue to roll. To operate your tongue jack, you're simply gonna follow the arrows to raise or lower. You do have a light that illuminates on the underside as well. Now, if your electronics fail on your tongue jack, this is gonna be your override crank. Pop the cap off on the top right here, then you're able to wind your leg back up. Behind your tongue jack, you have a holster to keep your 7-way pins dry. Behind there is your propane tank. Now this access panel does not use a key. You can use a coin or the back of a key. You'll find your 3 propane tanks. Now when you're ready to refill or exchange, there's 4 buckles, 2 on the sides. You'll unbuckle and the whole box will lift off. Now if you notice, on your regulator, you'll see an indicator. The lever is pointed to this tank, so it's monitoring the amount of gas in this tank. Once the gas depletes, this piece will turn red, and then you're ready to shift over and monitor your next tank. Now on the side of your unit right here, you'll see your VIN information. You also have a sticker on the side over here, also with your VIN information, as well as the top sticker being your tire pressures. You're going to inflate to 80 psi all the way around. In this compartment, you'll see your stabilizer controls. This is your master switch. You must have it on in order to operate, and then again, follow the directions. Now these 2 buttons in this panel is going to control the front driver's side and the rear driver's side. Now the passenger side controls are directly across from here, and I'll show you when we get there. Over here is going to be your batteries. These are the wet cell batteries, so make sure you pop these caps off and check the water levels on the inside. Storage compartment located under here as well as in here. Now your shore power is in here, and I'm going to stick your crank in here as well. On the inside wall, you'll see your battery disconnect switch. As long as you're using your unit, keep this switch in the on position. Only turn this off when you're going into storage with no way of charging your batteries. Now this light switch right here will illuminate your accents in the front. Now up above, if you see some drippage, it's actually from your air conditioning, so it's not actually a leak. Now the stabilizer crank is also going to be that same crank for the override on your stabilizers, so you can use that crank to do your tongue jack as well as your stabilizers if your electronics fail. Now on your slide rooms, you'll see these seals as well as your railing. You want to make sure you check these seals at least twice a year, as well as your rooftop items. Any sealant or caulking, any gaskets like these, if they're getting broken or damaged, those are possible entryways of water. You do have compartments on the slide room. If you notice, the doors are magnetic to hold them up. This crank is also used for an electronic tongue jack. They both have the same size socket, so you can use either one. Between your slide rooms, you'll see your freshwater connection right here. So if you have full hookup at the park's campsite, insert your hose, turn on their spigot, and all of your fixtures will already be pressurized. Your shore power is on the top right here. Plug in and twist to the right to secure. You also have this optional nut for dual security. Over here is your parking satellite connections. And then underneath here is going to be your black tank flush. This is used on a maintenance standpoint. Stick your hose in here, and then once you turn the water on, it'll directly go into your black tank and knock any dry debris off of your sidewalls. Now if you notice under your first slide room, this right here is going to be your gray water waste. So anything coming from your sink and shower will come out of here. You'll remove the cover, insert your hose, and then you're going to pull the gray valve to get rid of your shower and sink water. Now that white valve over there is to empty out your freshwater tank. So if you no longer need the water in there, pull on the white valve and all your water will dump out there. With your tires, you want to make sure that they are torqued to 100 foot-pounds in a star pattern. Underneath your rear slide room, you'll see your black tank. So anything coming out of your toilet, again, remove your cap, insert your sewer hose, and then pull on this to get rid of your toilet waste. Another side compartment on your rear slide. Coming over here, your bumper is a storage. It was designed to keep your sewer hose. You can access on both ends of the bumper. Just remove these caps. Your backup camera is located above there. Now over here, you'll see a propane connection. That's designed for an exterior grill if you wish to cook out here. Over here, you'll have charging as well as 110 outlet. And then an exterior shower. You'll remove the hose, turn on the water, and this lever will start and stop so that you can conserve and not have to turn it off and on over here. Again, storage. Over here is our refrigerator access panel. This is used on a service standpoint. If you're having any issues with your refrigerator, we'll come in here and do some troubleshooting. Underneath there is going to be your furnace exhaust. It does produce heat on the outside right there. Make sure nothing in front of it's going to melt. This right here is where you're going to fill your fresh water tank. Simply remove the cap, insert your hose, and then it will fill directly into your tank. Now when you're pulling water out of your fresh tank, you do want to have the water pump switch in the on position in order to pressurize into your fixtures. Down below here is going to be your low point drain, so if ever you need to empty all of the water out of your entire unit, unscrew these plugs and then your water will empty out. Next panel is going to be your water heater. If ever you need to empty this out, what you're going to do is open up the pressure relief valve, unscrew this plug, and then all the water will dump out here. With your handle assist, simply lift up and rotate in either direction. To operate your steps, you want to make sure that these feet are retracted all the way up. Push the bottom step forward, lift on the release, and then push the rest of the assembly back in. Now you know you're locked when this is all the way back, and then you can put your pin inside this hole. To release, again, lift up on this, and then pull the rest of your steps out. Now you do have a door holder right here. You'll put this inside this bracket to hold the door. Over there is going to be the stabilizer controls for your passenger side. Again, you'll see the front and rear switches for that. Underneath there is going to be your portable solar kit connection. In the center between your awnings, you'll see your vent for your stove. You'll unclip to be able to fan out. If you're not using, just snap them back in. All right, now your entry door has has an electronic keypad. It also has manual keys in case your keypad fails. So what you're gonna do to lock this, you're gonna wake it up. You have to make sure the lights are illuminated in order for it to register. So once you have them illuminated, press and hold the 1, 2, 3, 4 button simultaneously. You'll hear that beep, and then you notice that you're locked. Now on the handle over here, you'll see this pin code, 4740. That's gonna unlock your entry door. So again, illuminate your pad, press your code, 4740. You'll hear the beep to know that it accepted, and now we're unlocked. Now this is battery operated. All you have to do is take this screw out and you'll see the style battery. To disconnect your screen door, you slide this, close it up, and then you have the optional sliding window. Now on your screen door, you do have a shade. You'll pull down this, and then this will stick in like so. As we move along into the entry way, you'll see your fire extinguisher, your breaker box and fuses. So if you're having issues, just reset these or replace. Your GFCI outlet is located above there. Now if you're having any issues with any of your receptacles, check to make sure this has not tripped. If it has, just press the reset button. Over here is basically your battery monitor. All you do is toggle through to look at the condition of your batteries. Right now you're at 13.4 volts. As we toggle through, you'll see your auxiliary, amps, watts, and amp hours. Over here you do have, again, charging as well as 110. Your reading lights have a push button to turn off and on. All your windows have some sort of shade assembly. This particular one has two. One is your day shade, the other is your night shade. Now if you notice, they can work independently or in unison. To separate, pull the clip towards you, and then they'll release. Now over here, to operate these style windows, what you're gonna do is rotate the handle. You can also pull this piece out to wind it out, or you can simply just use this T-handle. Now these are ratcheting shades. This is your day, and then this is your night. Now, if ever you need to clean behind your windows, you'll see these two tabs hanging down. You'll pull down on them, the screen will release, and then you're able to clean. More charging and outlets over here. Now, this bench area does turn into a bed. What you're gonna do is remove this armrest, set it to the side, and then lift up on these two seats and pull out. And there you are. Make sure that's not in your way, and then lift up, like so. Now, this will sit into these two holes on the side. So these pegs will be inserted here to store. Moving along into your dinette area, you'll see this knob. This will actually dim and brighten your lights. Now if you try to turn this on and it doesn't turn on, you do have a manual switch right here. So check to make sure nobody has messed with it, and then try your dimmer. Every unit has to have an exit window. Yours is located right here. If for some reason you cannot make it out of your entry door, what you're gonna do is pull down on these tabs, throw the screen out of your way, and literally throw the window out and get to safety. This window does have a secondary purpose. If you notice that notch and set that notch in between the window, like so, you can actually use this as a venting window. Now to transform your dinette into a bed, you're gonna slide the bottom cushions out of your way, release the travel latch by rotating like so, push down on the tabletop, put your bottom cushions back, And then your backrest will make up the centerpiece. And there you go. Now it does not matter if you wish to travel like this into a bed or in your dinette. Now if you choose to put your table back together, you're going to lift up and then make sure the travel latch is actually seating in front of this bar. So if you lift the table up and it won't lock in front of there, lift the table up and then it should be in front of that plastic piece. Alright, now in your entertainment area over here, you'll notice I have your TV on so you know what it looks like. Up above here is going to be your roof antenna. So your on-off switches on the side. If you notice, the blue lights illuminated are telling you how good of a signal you have. Now say only 2 lights are lit, what you can do is push this button and rotate your air antenna to get away from any blockages to try to strengthen your signal. Now if you have a choppy channel that you've scanned, you can actually fine-tune by rotating the attenuator. Your smoke alarm is right next to it. Receptacles down there as well as in this cabinet. So you'll see your cable and satellite as well as 110 in there. Now over here is going to be your TV remote. This is going to be your radio remote. This is going to be your fireplace remote. Now, to operate your fireplace, you have a master switch right here. So if you want to use your remote and you notice I'm pressing on and nothing happens, you have to have that in the on position in order for your remote to work. Once you have that, you can actually adjust your settings on the fireplace itself or through your remote. So this right here, this first button, is going to be your dimmer. So watch the logs. 5 is going to be the brightest. 1's going to be the dimmest. The next button is going to be your heat. So if you wish to use your heat, you're either going to put it on low or high. 0 is off. So that will just produce ambiance. If you actually choose to go on the low, you'll set the temperature by toggling through the temperature. So once you have it set to your comfort, you can let it go and then the heat will come out of this vent right here on the top. And then the next one, you actually have a timer for this. So it goes from 1 hour all the way up to 9 hours, 8 hours, and then it'll shut off. Now to operate your radio, what you're gonna do is either use the remote or on the unit itself. Your power button's on the top left. Now as I attach a volume, you'll see Zone A. When I attach the volume to it, Zone A is going to be your bedroom speakers. If I mute that out and then go to Zone B, that's going to be your kitchen speakers. Again, I'll mute B and then go to C. Zone C is going to be your exterior speakers. Now you can have a combination of 1 or all off or 2 on and 1 off. It depends. I just showed them independently so that you know what zone controls what. Now as you toggle through the mode on the top right, you'll see your AM, FM, and then there's your Bluetooth. When you're ready to pair your phone, press and hold the pair. It'll count down 120 seconds for you to find your radio. The device name you're looking for is etched right here. It says JWM78. Once you find and connect, you're ready to play your music. Now, you'll have your auxiliary connections here as well as HDMI ARC. The HDMI ARC is actually going to allow you to play a DVD inside your radio. Insert your disc and it'll play off of your television. Now backing up towards your entry door, On the top over here, you'll see your awning controls. So you have to have your master switch on in order to operate. And then you're gonna follow the directions. Extend to move out. And then when you're ready to go, just press the retract. Now this is gonna control your entry door awning. This is gonna control your rear awning. Underneath there, you'll see some of your light switches. So this is gonna be the accent lights over your dinette. This switch is gonna be the entrance light above. This is your awning light, so whenever you're ready to use your awning, you can illuminate the lights on the outside. Then you have a patio light, which is on the body of your unit. So one direction is gonna be one color, the center position is off, and then the up position will illuminate a different color. Next to there, you'll see your slide room switch. So this one is gonna operate your dinette slide. So again, follow the directions. Now pay attention of the travel of your slide room. You wanna make sure nothing is in front of it to get damaged. Now when you're operating your slide room, you want to make sure the slide room is fully out or fully in. Anywhere partial, operating your slide room will have possible entryways of water. You can momentarily open up your slide just to get something, but if it is raining, you want to make sure all the way out or all the way in. Now above here, you'll see your vent fan. Your vent fan is controlled by this remote. You'll simply turn on the power button. It'll lift your lid and then start your fan blades. Now on the remote, you'll see the manual light is lit, so that means you're gonna use these as your controls. This is gonna be your fan speed with the up and down arrows. This is gonna be the rotation of your fan, so you can either push out or pull in. Now this auto feature, if you want to shift to it, you'll just press the up and down arrow. So right now, it's saying 80 and 27. That means 80 degrees Celsius and 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. Say you want that set. So basically when it hits 80 degrees Fahrenheit in your unit, your fan will automatically start to vent. Now you can also adjust temperature, so you can change it anywhere from 85 to 60 degrees. And then press your power button and it'll shut everything down. Now over here is an inline fuse. It's a 4 amp inline fuse in case you're having any issues, so check here first. Now over here is going to be your monitor panel. Again, your battery button is going to give you the condition of your batteries. This is how much is in your fresh water tank, your black tank, and then your gray tank. Over here I have the water pump switch in the on position. You can tell by the light being illuminated. That's how you were able to see the outside shower work. Now if you're using park water, simply turn that off. These are your water heater controls. Your water heater operates off of your electrical cord as well as propane. Now if you fire this up using your electrical portion and you're having any issues, this fault light will illuminate red. What that means is you want to check your electrical cord to make sure that it's fully seated into your unit and make sure the breaker box is not tripped. Now if you're having issues firing it up on your gas, make sure you actually have gas and that the valve is open. Light switches underneath there, one's for your sink, the other's for your soffit. Up above your monitor panel, you'll see your solar controller. Again, you'll just toggle through to see the condition of your batteries. Again, you'll see your voltage, percentage, amp hours, and so forth. Microwave's going to be same as your house. Storage under here. I did want to show you underneath the sink though is your water pump in case you ever need to access it. Your water heater is located back there as well. To fire up your stove, you're going to lift up the lid like I've done. pushing the knob to the highest flame, and then this is your igniter to light. To operate your oven, you're actually going to have an external lighter. Again, push in the button, rotate, and hold it to the pilot. And then you'll see these metal elements anywhere in there to fire it up. Keep the button pressed in until you feel like it's getting hot. Otherwise, if you let go prematurely, the flame will go out. Once it's long enough and hot, then you can light up the rest of your element. Now make sure when you're ready to travel, this is glass, so you want to make sure this is flipped down in the closed position. You have a light above your stove as well as the fan that will vent outside. Kind of going back underneath your dinette, you do have storage on both sides. Now, you're going to push the button to lock for travel, push it out to release. In this compartment, you'll see your bag of manuals, so if you have any questions, you can refer to these. This is going to be your exterior TV mount. And then these snap pads, if you look up on the ceiling, for example, on your vent fan, those are going to be snapped in to these, just to help you with any illumination you don't wish to have. Your skylight simply has a slide shade. Now up above is your ceiling unit. So your air conditioning vents will be right here, as well as in the center. If you ever need to clean the filters out of here, what you'll do is pop these grates off. Your filter is right behind there. You can pull it out, blow it out, and then reuse. Now with your refrigerator, if you open up the freezer, you'll see your controls. Your on-off is the first button, the next is the mode. This AU stands for automatic. It will automatically default to your shore power as long as it sees you plugged in. Once you unplug, and as long as your gas tank is open and has gas, it will shift to LP. This is your temperature setting. Just toggle through. This is the coldest, and then this is the warmest. Now, if you wish to not use your electrical cord to fire this up, you can actually force it just to LP by toggling through the mode. And then just push the tab in to open and close your doors. Your carbon monoxide LB detector is right there underneath your fireplace. Over here you have a privacy door. You'll unstrap and then just slide in. Push the button to release. And when you're ready to travel, just snap it back in place. You have storage over here. And then this is going to be your thermostat. This thermostat is operating the temperature in your front area of your unit. You'll wake it up by pressing the center bar. And then these will actually toggle through your features. Right now I have it on cool with a high fan on auto. As I toggle through, you'll see your heat option and then off. And then this is going to be your fan adjustment. And you can use the center button to toggle your fan through high, low. And then when you're going through your air conditioning, this will be your temperature adjustments, as well as for your heat. Over here's your bathroom light switch. Now as we go inside here, you'll see your shower head holster. If you wish to adjust, press this center button and then you're able to slide whatever height you want. Your soap dish will slide up and down as well. To close your door, all you gotta do is slide. It is magnetic. To operate the vent fan up here, this is going to open up your lid, and this switch will turn on your fan. Storage inside here. And now to operate your toilet, what you're going to do is find the pedal on the bottom right, press all the way down to flush. Now, if you wish to fill the bowl, you're gonna partially press the pedal halfway. This light switch is for your sink area in here. Another receptacle, and you have storage and laundry. Now as we move into your bedroom, again, you'll see another privacy door, exactly like the one coming into your bathroom. Your light switch is located on the inside wall for the accents up top. Now, these lights in your bedroom, anytime you see those that aren't associated with a switch, you'll slide that clip to turn it off and on. Now, this is your thermostat for your bedroom area. Again, you'll see your fan option, your air conditioning, and then you can adjust with the arrows. Now over here, this is going to be how you lift up your television. You can use the switch on the wall as well as this remote. So basically up is up and then down is down. Alright, now with this style light, again you have a toggle switch to turn off and on. Storage all around your bed area. Now over on both sides of the bed you'll see charging as well as 110. And then your secondary exit window is located in your bedroom. Again, you'll do the same as I've showed you in the dinette area in order to get out to safety. Now if you notice these style windows over here, they're going to open up like so. Push in the two tabs simultaneously and then lift up. Now if you want, the screen will follow for full ventilation. Alright, last but not least, you also have storage underneath your bed. If you see this latch right here, if you wish to travel with that in, what you're going to do is pull down and then the latch will go inside that hole. Alright guys, that concludes your tour. So if you guys have any questions, just give us a call.